What happens after dark in your yard that nobody sees? Frogs take over. Have you ever walked into your backyard just after sunrise and wondered why everything feels different? The grass is damp, the air is still, and there is an almost impossible sense that something important happened while you were asleep. There are no obvious footprints, no broken branches, no dramatic signs of life, yet somehow your yard doesn't feel empty. It feels as though it has quietly hosted an entire world that vanished moments before you stepped outside. Most people assume nighttime belongs to darkness itself, but researchers studying backyard ecosystems have discovered something far more remarkable. As daylight fades, countless frogs emerge from places you would never think to look. They climb from beneath flower pots, slip out from under stones, rise from hidden patches of damp soil, and gather in numbers that would surprise almost anyone. A yard that appeared lifeless only hours before suddenly becomes a busy landscape filled with silent decisions, invisible pathways, and conversations carried through the night. The astonishing part is not simply that frogs appear, it is that they seem to know exactly where to go. Night after night, many frogs return to the same corners, the same leaves, the same shallow pools of water. Some follow routes they have used countless times before. Others wait patiently in places where insects reliably gather, almost as if they have memorized a map that exists only in darkness. What makes this remarkable is that they accomplish all of this without ever needing the bright world that humans depend upon. Their lives unfold in a hidden rhythm that continues, whether anyone notices or not. And perhaps that is why so few people ever realize what is truly happening outside their windows after sunset. While you are locking your doors, checking your phone, or preparing for another ordinary evening, an entirely different neighborhood begins to wake up. One that has existed beside you all along. It would be easy to dismiss these tiny amphibians as creatures driven only by instinct, but recent studies of amphibian behavior suggest something more complex. Frogs are capable of remembering successful hunting locations, recognizing environmental changes, adjusting their movements based on previous experiences, and responding to subtle cues in ways scientists are still trying to understand. That changes everything, because the frogs visiting your yard are not simply wandering through it. In a very real sense, they are learning it. And if they continue returning, your backyard has become part of their world just as much as it is part of yours. There is something quietly extraordinary about sharing space with an animal that asks nothing from you, yet gradually builds its nightly routine around the environment you unknowingly provide. By the end of this video, you'll discover the one behavior that reveals a frog has truly accepted your yard as part of its territory, and why that small, almost invisible moment says something surprisingly profound about trust, belonging, and the hidden connections we form with the wild world every single night without ever realizing it.